Hi, Digital Arts. This is Miss Lou, and today we're going to be talking about the last selection tool, which is the Marquee tool. So right here on your form, you see how I've indicated which one the Marquee tool is. And what the Marquee tool does is it creates a rectangular or elliptical selection. Now, before we actually play with the Marquee tool, I want to also make sure that we go over the shortcuts for these functions below. To add to a selection, you want to hold the shift and make your mouse selection. To subtract from your selection, you hold control and make your mouse selection. To deselect a selection, you want to press control and the letter D together. So let me show you how that works. I have two images here. What you're going to do is you're going to put these two coins into this image. You're also going to move a coin in this image elsewhere. So if you notice, I have my Marquee tool selected. On the top, you can see that I have the option of creating a rectangular marquee or an elliptical marquee. I can constrain or basically restrict how big or high my selection is. I can also feather it, which means to make the edges softer. But we're just going to do it the normal way right now. Since the coins are circular, I'm going to go ahead and select the elliptical marquee. In order to use the elliptical marquee correctly, you have to think about this coin as being in a box. And the corner of the box would be somewhere around here. If I started in the middle of the coin, you could see that it would just grab elsewhere. So remember to deselect your selection. If you don't like what you like, hold control and the letter D, and that deselects. So I'm going to kind of estimate the corner of my box of this coin to be right about here. Pretty close. If you wanted to stay with that, I'd be fine. Or you can try again. Right when you try again, it automatically removes your selection before. Now let's say I wanted to just add that little sliver and not just keep going over and over again. Here's where shift comes in. See that little plus sign that just showed up? That tells me that whatever I select now is going to be added to my previous selection. So let's go ahead and grab some more. Looks like I just grabbed the same exact thing. All right, so that's close enough. Now in order to move that coin, I have to select the move tool, and I'm gonna just slide it over. If you leave it a little bit of shadow and things like that for now, it's not a big deal. So let's deselect that and let's grab one of the coins from here. So in the same way, we're going to pretend there's a rectangle around the entire coin, and I'm going to decide where that corner is to start my selection. I know it's pretty close to the edge. And again, if it's not perfect, it's not a big deal. Right now, we're just practicing. And then I'm going to use my move tool. Now, let's say you forgot to use your move tool. What happens? If you're still in the marquee and you try to move it, you notice that all it does is it moves the selection, not the actual image. So you want to undo, use the move tool, slide it over. Looks like it disappears, but you notice the little, my mouse cursor turned into a pair of scissors. That just means it's going to paste it into the other workspace. So I'm going to go ahead and let go at this point, and it appears on here now. All right, so you can move the coin wherever you want, and that's pretty much it. So if you have any questions about using the marquee tools, just let me know.